They told you who you were, what you could do, where you belonged. They built walls, not with bricks, but with doubt, with fear, with rules you never agreed to. But here's what they never expected. You remembering that your strength has no ceiling, that your mind, when focused, becomes a weapon, that the only limits that exist are the ones you're still believing. You're not here to fit in. You're here to break through. You are limitless, and it's time you moved like it. You are not limited. You were taught to think you are, trained, conditioned, broken slowly by comfort, doubt, and the expectations of the average. But underneath all of that, you are something else entirely. You are potential, unshaped, unmatched, undiscovered. And that's the most dangerous thing in the world, a human who remembers who they are. They told you what you could be, what was realistic, what was smart, what was safe. But their voice is not your truth, and their fear is not your future. You weren't built to shrink. You were made to stretch, to break, to rebuild, to rise. No one's coming to show you how. No map, no handout, just a blank world, and whatever you're willing to carve into it. That's the truth. The world doesn't give you power. It gives you resistance and waits to see what you do with it. And most fold. They let the noise define them. They let the failures bury them. They confuse tired with done, but not you. Because there's something in you that refuses to shut up. That voice, that pulse, that edge, that's your reminder that you were never meant to fit. You were made to forge, to take the parts of yourself that don't belong and turn them into something no one's ever seen. You are not here to be understood. You're here to be undeniable. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be limitless. But that only happens when you stop waiting. Stop waiting to be ready. Stop waiting to be perfect. Stop waiting for signs, permission, or applause. Because there's only one moment that matters, and you're in it, right now. And it's not about speed, it's not about talent, it's about focus, discipline, silence, execution, the boring things, the sharp things, the real things. You want freedom? Then suffer for it. You want strength? Then earn it in the dark, alone, when no one's clapping. Because the person you want to become isn't waiting at the finish line. They're watching you right now, wondering when you'll stop playing small, when you'll stop apologizing for your hunger, when you'll finally commit to the version of you that doesn't flinch, that doesn't ask, that just does the work until the world has no choice but to notice. That's what this is. This isn't about motivation. This is about war, an internal war between what's easy and what's possible. And if you lose that war, you die slowly. You suffocate in safety. You rot in routine. You blame the world for the cage you never fought to break. But if you win, you don't just change your life. You change everything around you. Because one focused person can change a generation. One locked-in soul can pull others out of the fire. But it starts here, now with you. Not someday, not later. Now, and yes, it will be brutal. You will fail. You will fall. You will lose people, time, comfort, and maybe even parts of yourself. But in return, you'll gain something priceless. Clarity, conviction, and control over your life. No more guessing, no more hoping, just action. You will walk through the world with the calm the loudest man envies. You'll speak less, because your results will say more. You'll want less, because you've become more. That's the reward. Not luxury, not applause, but ownership of your time, of your peace, of your potential. And that's when you'll realize you were never limited. You were just distracted. So kill the noise. Cut the comfort. Get quiet. Get violent with your purpose. And let the world see what happens when someone refuses to be average. Let them watch you disappear into the work. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them call it obsession. Let them laugh. And when you return, they won't recognize you, because limits don't survive people like you.